can I be a capitalist and be spiritual at the same time? Okay. First of all, I want to remind people that my answers come from a metaphysical perspective. They might not always make sense from a third dimensional perspective. A dimension where we only believe what we can see. My answers come from more of a fifth dimensional perspective, where there is a lot more than the eye can see. We are not alone. We all have energies around us that are just like people, simply without a physical body. Or a physical body of a much lighter vibration, so we cannot see it with our third dimensional eyes, because we can only see things that vibrate at the same frequency we vibrate in. And this is why you might think, okay, this answer's way too crazy for me. It is, if you only believe the things you can see and touch. But once you understand that there is so much more around us, that our physical body is actually only 25% of our body here on earth. 75% of our body is in our aura. But because we don't see it, we don't take care of our aura. And one of the reasons we get sick so easily. Okay, now let's go back to the question. Can I be a capitalist and be spiritual at the same time? I'm not going to say yes or no, because it's a little bit of an oxymoron. I'm going to ask you to ask yourself, when did I start separating abundance from spirituality? When did I start separating money from spirituality? And if you can find that out, then you can say to your body, I picked up these ideas from other people. My ideas are different. And then you can go into, I'm going to use the word normal because I can't think of another word right now, into normal energies, into the normal energy flow, where everything is spiritual. Well, everything is always spiritual, where you are aware of the fact that everything is spiritual. And then you can be a capitalist, you can be anything you want. You can be a murderer and still be spiritual. I don't want any angry emails. If you don't agree, let it go. Now, the statement here in the picture, capital, why have you forgotten us? Because of what's going on our planet at the moment, because we need to look in, find more of ourselves and make it to the next dimension that is coming, the world we know is going to disappear, not going to blow up. Simply our beliefs are going to change completely, and this will change our world. But in the majority of cases, if we have capital, if we have money, we don't want anything to change out of fear of losing our comfort. So at a soul level, we bring ourselves to situations where our money runs out, so we can let go of the fear of change and be more accepting to what is coming. It doesn't mean that we're going to go into an energy of no money. But we simply need to let go of the fear we have for change. Because then we will not want to go to the next dimension. We will say, no, I'm very happy here, I'm very comfortable here. And we do have this right to say this. But at a soul level, we have said, okay, this game was fun, the survival game was fun, now I want to go to another level. And in order to let yourself go, to be sucked into that level, you will have to not be afraid of change, and you would have to not be holding on. Because when we have money, when we have everything, we hold on. So this is the biggest reason of our financial problems in the world right now. In most of the world, not every corner is going through this. But we do need critical mass. We do need a lot of people to be totally broke and to look in and to ask themselves, did I really come to earth just for survival? Is this really the meaning of life? To pay my bills? And this is how we go inside, by asking these questions. Go inside meaning inside ourselves. And then we find more of ourselves, and then we go on to the path of self-realization. And we become fully realized beings. This is the ultimate goal for the soul. The ultimate goal is for the earth personality to always be aware of the fact that it is a soul first. And as a soul, I want to experience this, that, and the other. You see, because of the veil, we totally forget where we came from, and we focused on survival. But we needed the veil, we needed to forget where we come from, so we can take the survival game seriously. Because whatever we do not take seriously, whatever we are not passionate about, we don't really learn from. And this is why many of us are very passionate about survival, about making money, about moving up. So stop accusing those people that have become successful at it and focus on yourself. So yes, you can be a capitalist and be spiritual at the same time. No need to feel guilty when you have money. The only reason we feel guilty is because others do not. And we have been told that we need to care for others. I'm going to repeat this. I've said it in many other videos. Earth is a school. When you are studying medicine in a university, when you are studying to become a doctor, you don't go to the classrooms where they are studying law and tell them and worry about them because they're not studying what you are studying. So, if you have come here to learn from money, no need to feel guilty after you have made it. Let go of this guilt. The other people that don't have money, in many cases, and I mean many, 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 many cases, it is by choice. They do not want to take the responsibility, and they like complaining. They love complaining. And they would rather spend that money on cigarettes, on Red Bull, and on other stupid things. So, let everyone be. You make your money, and you move on. Move on into your own reality. Earth is a place of many, many, many realities. There are so many planets out there that only have one reality. Earth has billions of realities. Every single individual can live in their own reality. So don't let others suck you into their reality with their mumbo jumbo about how you have money and they do not. Never find excuses for what you have. Let me give you an example. Let's say you had love in your life. Do you feel sorry that other people do not have love? Do you feel guilty that you have love? And you tell the people that love you, don't love me too much because others don't have any love. So why do you do this with money? Why do you think the energy of money is different from the energy of love? I'm not talking to the fake New Agers here, the hypocrites. Leave them. I'm talking to logical people. Why do you think the energy of abundance is less than the energy of love? Also, remember, you are not born with these guilt feelings. They were given to you and you took them. Now you simply release them again. If you can remember who gave them to you, simply picture yourself giving it back to them. Don't say anything mean to them. Simply say, thank you for this. I'm now ready to give it back. And that's all. In your mind. You don't have to go there. In your mind. So yes, you can be a capitalist and be spiritual, and you can be anything you want and be spiritual. Everything is spiritual. Everything is God. No exceptions at all. I will leave it at this.